Another thing that we did was to substantially increase the size of ICPSR. We moved into this beautiful facility where you and I are talking today. The size of the ICPSR staff roughly doubled during the 8.5 years that I was at ICPSR. There were about 65 of us on the day I arrived, and there were more than 125 at the time that I left. And that growth really was a reflection both of the growth in the membership support, but also in our very important growth in sponsored research and sponsored data archives. And those sponsored projects allowed us the flexibility to be creative and to produce a lot of innovative technology, building on our web access, but also doing much more. One of the questions that people ask me is, how sustainable is a revenue base that's built on securing external funding? And how does that compare with the long-term likelihood of keeping ICPSR going based on a membership model? And the answer I would give is that we need to have a mix of these opportunities. I'd like to see membership revenue grow even further, but the reality in this economy is that academic institutions aren't prospering, and it's hard to imagine how we could ask them for more money, or how we could ask the kinds of institutions who are not yet members of ICPSR to spend a lot more on their membership. So I've been pretty happy with the development of membership revenue and with the kind of membership approach that the current membership team at ICPSR has put forward, which has really been proactive, really been warm and encouraging for institutions to be here. There's a challenge, of course, in relying on external funding that comes from grants and contracts. But I think our record now at ICPSR over more than 30 years of securing that kind of funding is that while it always is a little volatile, our track record is one of more stability than almost anyone else in the world, and our ability to sustain that funding is really a strength that makes us one of the models. So in almost all of the models that people talk about long-term digital preservation of data and other materials, they come to ICPSR, originally to me, now to George Alter, to say, how do you do it? How can we do it? And whether everyone can do the same thing that we've done or not is a really open question. But I think our model is a good one. Times are obviously going to change, and we're going to need to figure out as we go forward, and here I use the global imperial ICPSR we, because I very much feel part of the process today, to make sure that we can live up to our expectations and those of others.